This is the INO podcast where we're all about healthy debate, honest conversation, and talking beer junk. Information, knowledge, observation. This is the INO podcast, INO, information, knowledge, observation. Also, I know nothing. Big up a black man like Romar, a dark skinned man like Kofi.
That's me.
The gorgeous Nurse Joy.
Nurse Joy. Whoa.
I always think of her as Nurse Joy, B.
Really?
Yeah, B. Remember how everybody had like Nurse Joy, but Nurse Joy was the only boy that could heal people?
I thought I only brought like Nurse Joy, like no one else.
Who's Nurse Joy?
Really?
This isn't a conversation we should be having right now.
You don't know anything about Pokemon?
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, but not about... Wait, yeah.
You don't?
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't?
I do.
Alright, we can introduce you in a second. Big up Rubenal Productions. This is where we are. New location. I feel good.
His recording studio.
First time ever with AC.
Yeah, this AC thing is
This is so cool, though.
We've been struggling with fans
so
for a minute. You basically just dabbing with tissue and beer junk.
This is so cool, B. Honestly.
Next level.
But yeah, so I guess we would just get straight into it. I wanted to bring on Shannon for the last
year.
Basically, I think a bit under about 7 months or so. I wanted to bring on Shannon, right? But yeah, but something triggered you coming on now because we had a conversation in our group chat. By the way, if your group chat doesn't have a doctor and a lawyer, your group chat failed, dog.
Jones. Garbage.
It's so much crap.
But to be honest, our group chat doesn't have a mechanic or anyone you might want to get up on the regular.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All we got is the lawyer and the doctor.
Yeah, but we got medication and justice system.
Yeah.
Like 3 DJs.
That's so fair. But anyway, yeah, so we brought, because we had a conversation that I guess we can talk about. But anyway, Dr. Carrington, hello.
Hello.
But I'm calling you Shannon though.
Yeah, that was so
It can be very awkward.
Dr. Carrington?
Yeah, but and you have your clinic at Black Rock Medical Clinic, right?
Yeah.
Right. Check her out. As a matter of fact, follow her right now. I can put a link below.
Yeah,
Black Rock Medical Clinic. So what we was talking about was that we was talking about STDs, right? And also, before I want to bring you on, when last time I get tested though, for real?
It's been 84 years. It's been a while for
Never?
real though. Huh? Yeah,
Never?
I guess I repeat a couple of times.
When though?
This year.
You sure, B?
Yeah. This year.
I want to talk to you about STDs in Barbados. Now I know, of course, you got the patient confidentiality, whatever. But I want to know from what you see, you get a lot of people coming in with STDs or not really?
Yeah, I would say. Well, I mean, it was a lot. Out of 100 people,
yeah,
probably about 5. So it's not horrendous. This is confirmed cases, or this is just...
No, not forget tested. This confirmed, the test come back and positive with something.
Yeah, about 5 out of 100.
5 out of 100?
Yeah.
That's less than I expected.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Actually, but it depends on the age range, though. Because then out of 100 people, probably 40 would be younger people. Being 30 and below. And then 5 out of that would be.
But then I would switch the question. Out of the amount of people that get tested out of that 100, how many people has got things?
This 100, all age ranges?
Yeah, all age ranges. 100 tests.
At the same 5.
Follow-up question. What about the under 30s? How much of them?
Oh, no, higher percentage.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
That's what we getting at. That's immediately.
Oh, yeah. Nice go,
Because 5 out of 30 is a higher percentage than 5 out of 100.
Right.
So all 5s I had out of that 100 on the 20s, what you're basically saying?
Not on the 20, on the 30.
Sorry, on the 30, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But this is just my clinic. I don't know about the rest of the Barbados diaspora.
What about in, say, because you would have been at QEH, you would say that a high percentage of QEH people? But generally, you know that enough people got things.
I mean, a lot of people untested as well, too. So people have symptoms and think that it's just a urinary tract infection, bladder infection. Let me take some antibiotics, and is be a STD sometimes. So the confirmed cases are not ridiculously high. Not 50% of people have STDs, but it's something quite common. It's not rare at all.
But isn't there an STD and they start with T that 1 in every 2 active central adults got? Starts with T. I can't pronounce it.
1 and 2?
I read that be 1 and 2.
Trigonomesis?
You could say any 2 words. You could say trigonometry and
Trigonomesis.
But yeah, I read that every 1 every 2.
I know about 1 in every 2.
It's actually active adults got that.
No, 1 in every 2.
What's the most?
The most common is probably there's a tight race between herpes and HPV.
Herpes is the most
What?
common?
What?
You talking about, alright, I just feel like there's
got two types
there
of
should be,
herpes.
right, okay,
Right,
cool.
let me
Alright,
break
cool,
it up.
alright, cool, alright, cool. Because I feel like genital herpes is like real herpes.
The thing is now genital, which is used to be type 2, you could find on
Used
the
to
mouth
be?
now. Yeah. So you have type 1 and type 2 herpes. Type 1 years ago used to just be on the mouth, type 2 on the genitals. But now you find type 2 on the mouth and type 1 on the genitals because of oral sex.
Oh yeah, so people, no.
So it just makes up the so yeah.
So wait, so oral.
So herpes is herpes.
So you see a lot of
Yeah.
people getting well, I would say in general because I don't want to say your client specifically, but more commonly they get herpes from oral sex. That kind of herpes.
Alright.
It's difficult. It's
Mouth
difficult.
herpes. You don't know how.
Oh, you mean like if they have mouth herpes and then when you ask them a question, if they notice it after performing oral sex?
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah. I even know why you're asking. But so that's it, man.
I mean, it's difficult because a lot of people don't know when they get it. So it's not always like, you go and you perform oral sex today and then by next week you got outbreak. So some people will have an outbreak 10 years later, some people
Okay.
have it a day later. So it's always difficult to pinpoint exactly when it happened. So then because of that, it's difficult to say this is how it happened.
What would you say is the most common way that people, or common story that people have about, like, say how they got maybe a STD or something? It's usually there's be like single, there's been a relationship, or
You mean for herpes or just generally?
well, herpes generally because they're friends.
For herpes, it's just said the sun shine on them and the sun was hot and it come out.
What?
Which is
so
true.
they can have it for a while and then they find
And
out.
then, so certain stresses bring out herpes. Herpes is a virus that lives within the body forever. Although it may not show on the outside, like come out on the lips or on the genitals, you still always would have it inside of the body. So when you get stressed or under a stressful situation, like some people working out in the sun hot.
That's a thing, like the sun, the
It
actual
makes
sun.
stress. It puts your body under stress, so then your immune system drops, and then the herpes comes out. So people think it's just because they were in the sun too long. I literally heard somebody say this. I was in the sun too long and I get this bump on my mouth. It's just because you were stressed in the sun, immune system dropped, and the herpes now came out.
I ain't gonna lie,
Crazy.
I'm very, very afraid of herpes.
I was afraid of herpes.
Super afraid.
Because it's so easy to get.
So this is when I started this story that we happened earlier.
Yeah,
I mean, like, what happened, like, just now.
yeah.
So, like, just now, like, up till just now, like, literally just now, I thought I had the mouth herpes. Turns out I just got razor bumps. And, right, so that's what I'm saying. I never thought of it as frightening. Like,
You was having sex with girls and you got herpes?
What?
I thought that this used to be like
Right.
the one with the mouth.
Right. Are you was
The
having
type
sex?
one.
Herpes
So
type
you
one.
thought
The
that you
one
had
that I
herpes?
thought,
Are you
type
was-
1, the one that I thought, they ain't really not sexual things. Like, you just get it from kissing babies or something, so.
What?
Am I wrong? You can't get this from you can't not to have it. I thought I had it. You
That
can't
is
get
a
it from
mode of
kissing.
transmission. Yeah.
Right.
So
I just thought like that's how I used to be getting
if
it.
you
What?
kiss somebody,
Why are you surprised?
Her.
so how you thought you get herpes?
If you have,
It's STD,
if you have
right?
a cold sore
Right.
and you kiss a child
And
with
the
a cold sore,
fluid from it gets on a mucous
I don't know what
membrane.
happens.
No,
Those are
I
words.
swear you just. No, wait, sorry. I swear you just said that when you kiss a baby, the baby gives you herpes.
No.
No.
I was like, what? Babies come out with herpes?
If you have herpes, right, on your mouth, and
Right.
you go and kiss a baby
Right.
on their mouth, they
Right.
can get herpes.
But what if you kiss another girl? She wouldn't get herpes too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying like I thought that like that genuinely I thought that was a cold sore. Apparently it wasn't. I just thought that's how I got it. Like as a babe, somebody kissed me with a dirty lip.
Thinking that you had herpes though, that you may have had
Me.
herpes, you were kissing girls?
No, with the cold sore, no. But I don't understand what you don't understand.
No, I'm saying you were sexually active with people thinking that you had herpes, but you weren't sure?
Up till just now, I thought herpes type 1 could not be transferred like that.
Okay.
Up till
I
just
didn't
now.
know it was transferable.
No, I
but
just thought that you just don't kiss nobody with this on my mouth.
I do know somebody that does get like a bump though, and just get like bumps here every now and again. But he told me that you can't transmit it, so he's not lying.
He's wrong. You can transmit it.
Oh, so he actually has herpes.
Where is the bumps exactly? On the lip
It's like
or
here.
on the skin?
Here.
It's a very once it passed the actual. It's called the vermilion border. You know the line in your
These
lip.
words.
Right, that's it. That's what I'm breaking it
The girl
down.
just said for a million border, Joe. That's all
Once it
Pokemon is
past
class.
that is on your actual skin, which is not a mucous membrane. So he's sure it's herpes.
So then
He was tested.
he told me he had herpes, but I never heard about
probably
NISO. That's
But
every month or 6 weeks is this come
She
out
just
like this?
I don't know if he was in your room at the time, but she just told me that these are just razor bumps.
Nah, that ain't razor bumps.
Infected.
Nah, it's not. No, not you.
Oh, you mean-
No, I'm telling you that. This is what I tell you. I tell you that every now and again he gets this thing that's be like around this area, and where these bumps has come up, and then
Folliculitis?
it's come back down.
Is
It's
it
not
when he
here. It's
shaves
not here.
or anything?
Nah, it's not
Are you
that.
sure it's not eczema?
Nah.
Are you
My
sure?
nigga got herpes, dog. Dog has herpes. And
Every 6 weeks though, no.
every 6 weeks.
Unless his immune
2
system is
months,
very weak.
something like
So
that.
herpes like AIDS.
You don't know.
Sorry, what, like,
Sorry.
I didn't say that.
But
But
It's
what does it
forever.
do? What does it do
HPV is
besides
forever.
let's think?
It literally just does
HPV
that.
is forever?
Yeah.
It's a real good podcast, boy.
You
That's
know
all you
this
start saying
either.
for HPV?
You get a vaccine for HPV to prevent HPV, but if you have HPV, you have it.
what are the consequences of that? Like having the side effects?
HPV?
Of, yeah.
Genital warts for females, cervical cancer for men, penile cancer, cancer of the penis, cancer of the cervix,
What's it? Oh, okay.
anal warts,
Anal warts. No, boy. What's the...
anal cancer.
Breeze.
It's really just warts and
Anal
cancer.
cancer, that just sounds terrible.
Rough.
But
Is rough.
what are the consequences of herpes as now let's think once in a while?
Just let's think, and I mean, if you're pregnant and have a baby, you don't want to give them herpes because herpes can spread to the brain, and I could call another big word, herpes encephalitis. And you can give your baby that.
So like
That's right,
Zika,
deep brain.
but just herpes Zika.
All right, wait. You just said,
I guess,
you
because
just
Zika is a
said-
virus too.
You just said it doesn't really do anything besides let's think, but then you just said something on my brain. What is it doing to my brain?
No, if you were a woman, firstly, and then you got pregnant, secondly,
mhm. I
and you
don't
have
think
a
it do either of
herpes.
those.
Oh, exactly. And
Okay.
you had a herpes. So this is for women who are pregnant. If you have herpes and you have a herpes outbreak during pregnancy, it has to be managed because it can be transferred onto the baby as the baby passed through the vaginal canal. So as the baby
Sorry.
coming out the vagina, you don't want the fluid from the herpes touching the baby.
On the way out.
Yeah.
There's a joke there
just-
somewhere, but I was.
Yeah.
No,
I
no.
always felt like I was shocked to hear y'all saying that y'all were more scared of herpes. I just always figured like that's a cosmetic thing.
No,
Everything
I'm
forever, but
very
it's
afraid.
cosmetic
Yeah,
thing.
it got serious complications.
When I hearing things about man like pain and the place burning, that I'm more fearful of that.
Yeah, well, that's painful. Nobody wants.
I guess I frightened
Burning.
more frightened for pain than
But
That
yeah.
bump.
yeah.
But it's a stigma attached to it too.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Because a lot of people have herpes, but they won't show symptoms or they won't get the bump. So then when you get the one, you got herpes.
But I wanted to know, like, how come you said though that one of the first things one of the common ones is herpes, and you didn't say like chlamydia or gonorrhea? Because people just tell me that's like the most common one.
No, any most common.
you experienced this super
the hell?
gonorrhea that I'm talking about, yeah.
No, all patients of mine that had gonorrhea were successfully treated with ketorolac.
With like
Antibiotic.
Herpes is more. Wait, fam.
It is more common.
Because people saying that chlamydia and gonorrhea
you
are
really,
so
you really
widespread.
you're more afraid of herpes than chlamydia?
Yeah,
I am.
You could treat chlamydia.
Bro.
Exactly. You can treat chlamydia
But
with
it's
a
just a
pill and it goes
cosmetic
away.
thing. A pill, you use type 1 and it's gone.
Wait,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, one pill,
Okay.
one dose.
Yeah, that don't anymore. That
single
sounds
dose.
terrible.
Exactly.
Not bad.
I was just gonna ask you would prefer something that is burn and is uncomfortable for like 10 days,
but,
2
alright.
weeks, or
And
something
it
that is
comes your
cosmetically
entire
bad?
life.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
entire.
I guess I am more afraid of pain than looking bad a little bit.
What's strange is that I thought I would see more people with herpes, but I don't think I've ever noticed anybody have herpes. Like it seems
I
like-
noticed
seems
it
hard-
though.
Is see it me?
Probably because it's a
Really?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's noticed it. Just a bump on the lip.
It's literally look like a bump on your lip. You might even see some girls with makeup on it, be.
Like lipstick covering it.
What?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is another reason why I just thought that. I'm not surprised that's the most common. Usually walking with same that be.
Yeah, but I see
just live
bumps,
their
but I
life.
don't know that the bumps are herpes.
You
Most
know,
of
it's
the
not right.
No, not every bump is herpes.
how you know
Which
the
I
difference
learned
between a
today.
pimple and a herpes bump?
Exactly.
We just talk about the vermilion border. The line around the lip. So if
Right.
it's on the line of the lip, it's most likely herpes and less likely to be, like an acne bump. But if you look at your lips closely, the skin meets your lip skin. So your actual face skin meets your lip skin on that border. So if you really zoom in and realize that the bump is literally on your skin, face skin, then is least likely to be herpes. If it is more on the skin of the lip is more likely to be herpes. You won't get acne on the lips.
There has a female celebrity that had it the other day. Well, had a bump, and they was saying that's what it was the other day.
I heard
I feel
one
that's
too,
go
but
like
I-
pictures would do real good right now. Like that would make it so much easier.
Anyway, say I don't think about who Vermilion Lane got bumps.
So you don't be looking for real?
Huh?
You don't be
It's
looking?
so
No, I see people got
obvious.
bumps, but just got bumps. I didn't know.
Let's
It's
go away, you know, in a couple days. So
that's
you'll
why-
see them today, and then next week it
Right.
gone. So
I've never noticed it. I never like knew the difference between a herpes bump and a normal bump.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's your most fearful
because you
STD?
don't
I
get
am
acne on
scared.
the mouth.
You're scared of it, but you don't know how to identify it.
Yeah, but I didn't know you could identify it. I
Well,
thought
I
it was
also
just,
don't know.
Another thing is
identify it,
most of the
really.
time it's just one. So like if it really was acne, like let's say this person with horrible acne and they had like one close to the lip line, they may have another one like over here or another one under here. If it's just one solitary, just one just hanging out there by
So-
itself. And then we got an acne on the rest of them face.
How much-
Or even if it do, but it just there, you know, is most likely herpes.
how much of a change to your lifestyle like gotta be like you gotta like always
I
use
think it's a
condoms,
pretty
always.
yes. When you have an outbreak, sometimes even if you don't have an outbreak, you can still transmit it. So that is where coffee. I prefer chlamydia to herpes because even if you have herpes, you take your little one pill, you good to go, you cured. But with herpes, if you have it,
We meant to say chlamydia. We meant to say one pill. You said herpes.
right, chlamydia, sorry.
Right.
If with herpes, even if you don't have an outbreak, an obvious sign like a bump on the mouth or a bump on vagina or a bump on penis, you could still spread it.
Same.
The
I think
chances
it's some
are
club,
lower, but you can still spread it.
Would you rather, right?
I gotta prepare for the editing.
Nah. All right, here. But what it go? Before you answer, quick, think it through,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, already.
Would you rather, right? That every time you know how you get like the cold or flu like every year, right? You know, instead of for the rest of your life, instead of getting the cold or flu, you get chlamydia.
Why?
Continue.
But think about it first.
Continue
Though.
was the other one.
No, that's it.
So like-
would you rather continuously have the cold or flu like you usually do, or instead of when you get the cold or flu, you get chlamydia?
What? As in get a regular cold?
Yeah,
A common cold
Yeah,
versus
or
chlamydia.
Or wait. As in you were saying, I've ever had the common cold or I take a pill and then it's done?
The usual common cold that you use, you know, chest
Yeah.
cold, whatever, for the rest of your life as usual. Or instead of that, you get
I
chlamydia.
don't know the long-lasting effects of chlamydia because I think it could cause infertility. Right. And
And
I
women don't
want
want-
children.
Not only women,
Men too.
Right. And I want children. So I don't think I would want chlamydia.
but you would know that you got it. Though,
I don't
so you
think
just
I
take
would
the
want
pill.
Untreated
chlamydia.
chlamydia.
That's such a weird sentence to say. I don't think I would want chlamydia.
No, I don't know.
What you would choose, wrong?
I feel like the cold makes sense.
You would choose the cold.
I feel like
All right.
chlamydia.
No, I ain't sure, because-
I know it was the cold. I constantly cold.
But if you know, like, what chlamydia even do?
Exactly.
Like the
What's
symptoms?
the symptoms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's burning when you urinate, basically for men. That's the only real.
But then you could got it and not got symptoms.
You could exactly. Majority of people.
But
don't
in
have
this case, in
symptoms.
this scenario though, you know that you got it though.
Right. Then
Yes,
they
if I know I have it, like, I pee
Right.
me and pee burn once, so I
Right.
just take the pill and I good.
Right.
Compared to the cold, I got like fever and
Right,
jump
no
that ain't really
cold, no
about.
sore
cure,
throat. Got
You
ready
take
through.
the
Man, that
chlamydia,
little
right?
chlamydia and something.
That chlamydia got with that
That
chlamydia
little
count.
chlamydia,
I would have
yeah.
chlamydia.
Terrible.
I don't know.
Because the producer do you think you talking to rumor?
Yeah, we good. We
Alright,
good.
cool.
We good. We good.
You tell the chlamydia rate
You
most?
good? Nah, give me the chlamydia any day.
Man, that little one pill, man.
Yeah, me.
I can swallow a pound though.
Give me that no, baby. Because think about it, right?
Oh my God.
Think about, not to mention, you use your voice because you gotta do, whatever. And when I get a chest cold, my throat is be messed up. I just gotta start home, my chest thing.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
gotta take, do that little warm.
just-
I generally don't have, I don't
Take
have
a
no
little
cold
pee burning and move, B.
Yeah.
I do not
And the
have
thing is, right, when you burn once, come on, you burn once, you can like, shoot, my chlamydia.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly, yeah. Exactly, B.
Like,
I would take chlamydia.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah.
I can even see the commercial for the medication.
Yeah,
Chlamydia.
I just use my voice for whether it's this, whether it's radio, B, and I just be out of commission when I get a sore throat. Big man, that chlamydia got work, dog. Anyway, that was weird. Okay, on to other weird things,
I
right?
asked you these because I'm kind of interested. What gonorrhea is it? That's
Same
your
thing.
clap. That's a clap.
Like,
What's a
yeah,
clap?
same
It
thing.
is a clap, yeah.
Okay.
Same
Like
thing.
same thing.
As in same burning. With gonorrhea, it may get a discharge though.
Gonorrhea discharge.
Yeah, so like a little, greenish.
Apparently not fun story. It's not my personal story. It's a very disgusting story on Reddit. If anyone is interested on reading it, look for the Jolly Rancher story on Reddit.
Say it.
It is the most ridiculous, but
yeah.
I'm trying to pretend this isn't happening. That was super weird.
Shout out to producer D. Okay, so I got another topic, but I know what else you want to ask. Anything?
I kind of do want to continue on it, but I don't have like a particular question.
Yeah. My only thing is I didn't know how rampant like herpes was, and I didn't know what to do to kind of like.
Avoid it.
I didn't use condoms.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like my knowledge on STD isn't where it should be.
Tested.
Yeah, but then when they get tested, I still want to know.
No, you and your partner, not just you.
But suppose it's just for my multiplayer SP.
Yeah. That's one.
Oh, condoms is the way to go again.
That is
There's nothing
lame.
else.
But then you gotta do things like dental dam. That's a problem.
Oh my god.
I've never even
You ever-
seen a dental dam.
You ever use one?
Nah, B.
Use?
Oh yeah.
You ever seen one?
Yeah.
Oh, seen more than me.
You're a doctor.
I know, exactly. That's how much clearly we don't use them. I've never seen any.
Another rum.
Yo.
It's got like banana flavors, I think, B.
I know condoms have flavors, but I don't know about dams.
And listen, when I first saw it, it was many moons ago at a party on Thames on the highway. And I thought it was a white penis. It was a dental dam, but I thought it was like a wipe to get flavor.
Yeah.
And I thought I still think like Willy Wonka needs to step on that idea. That's next level, B.
Yeah,
What's
true,
that?
you know, yeah.
Like just a little change to get like flavor, be like a little Starburst flavor.
They should make alcohol infused dental dams be like a
I
shot,
don't need alcohol, Ben.
like a shot, but you
I feel like not alcohol,
say
but like
again, saying
a
what you.
flavor be like
Like tutti frutti.
yeah, not tutti frutti, but literally any other flavor.
Oh, so okay, when I
Chocolate.
say
Yes.
you engage in oral sex, right? Say you engage in like men will be engaging in oral sex with a girl, and she has herpes, but they ain't gonna outbreak. How was the chances that they would get it? Is high or?
No, it's lower. It's lower with a chance. Like in a scenario like
Is it
that.
worth
The
the
highest
risk?
time is when she has an active outbreak. Active outbreak meaning either a bump or a crusted over lesion. So like the bump eventually bursts,
What do you mean by
and just get a crust on top of it. Look, there's a little crust.
I've never seen a cross before.
Like imagine
Nah,
bursting a pimple,
Nah,
and then
me.
he's got a little hard scab over it. Yeah. Anybody here ever had chicken pox?
Yeah.
You had chicken pox? You ever had it?
What you want to say?
Oh, so it's literally chicken pox.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like
I heard
That chicken pox is herpes.
I heard that is a type. I heard that is a type. That's true.
The type of
it's a type of pee.
Herpes.
yes.
You got herpes though.
There are so
All
many.
your-
You know,
all your
HIV got
nightmares
over
came true.
100 types.
What? For
There's
real?
only 4 types that we really be like real bothered about that causes
What do you mean?
cancer and
So what about the other
warts.
96?
Don't do nothing. You just got them. Cause the warts on your finger. You never had a wart on your finger when you were small,
No,
Let me see.
never.
or a wart on your
Never.
foot or
I hear
toe.
it's getting worse from touching frogs, me.
Well, you get warts from me. Well, I guess a frog is be from damp
Frogs got herpes?
places.
Imagine
We
getting
talking about HPV, not herpes.
Frog peas and shit.
It's HPV we talking about.
Oh, sorry.
You
I
get
love that we're
HPV
getting
as simple
someone
as
that's
walking
educated.
upstairs.
Easy.
Oh my god.
I want to know when people like what is the reaction that people get when they find out that this got things. It's like a breakdown kind of.
Yeah,
my
some
life
some
and
people cry.
You had AIDS victims, me? Like HIV?
Yeah. I never actually had to break the news to them though. I remember when I was in 4th year med school, we had a young boy, he was 19 going UE. It just gets worse, I know. And he had these lumps coming up next to his penis, he didn't know what it was about. And we did a
His
test.
penis. I did that.
But so I ended up doing the blood test for him. And looking back on it now, if I knew he was HIV positive, I probably would have been scared to do the actual test because, you know, you just more pressure next thing it stick you. But I didn't know, so I did the test and then it came out positive. But I never, obviously I was a student, so it's a doctor's job to break the news. But he was probably as close as I got to telling someone that had HIV that I didn't previously know.
What if like say I hear that they got a pill that if you have sex with somebody
Yeah.
and they have HIV like in like 12 hours or so, if you take
I
it,
thought it was 36.
it's like a Maranatha HIV pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I go,
PREP is what you call it.
A what?
PREP.
I like way more. So if I go, right, say I go to the party and I get drunk and I have sex with this girl or whatever, it's best that I go and take that pill just in case she got sick.
Beforehand, it's better to take it beforehand. So there's two different types. There is pre-exposure to stop you from getting it, and then there's post-exposure. It's two separate pills altogether. So if you have the pre-exposure pill and you know you're going out and you just having that kind of night, you take it before.
They got one for herpes?
There is a pill. Oh, because I'm saying
That was your next question?
Bajans will be wilding. You can imagine, like, and you could just pop a pill and then go to a party. I just ain't really gonna.
Worries?
Yeah.
Well, it only protects against HIV. You've got many other worries. Like HPV.
And chlamydia.
And gonorrhea.
And herpes.
And syphilis.
And that T word being sure.
Trichomoniasis.
Is protect for all that?
No, it doesn't.
I'm not listening to this podcast. I'm just hearing
We just
what
had fun. It was not important, dude. We just literally just listed STDs. We did nothing else.
I know, right?
Is there any side effect to using morning after pills enough?
You mean for pregnancy or you mean for HIV?
No, I mean for pregnancy. Pregnancy. No, not the HIV.
Oh, I swear, it's just...
Not the HIV morning after. I mean the normal morning after. They got a side effect to using enough?
I mean, it throws off your natural cycle as a woman.
Yeah, but...
As a man. As a man.
As a man, no, it has no...
I'm talking about long-term
It's for the
effects.
woman to take.
I'm talking about
There's
long-term
nothing
effects
for
for
the man
women.
to.
Are there any long-term effects of using them often?
Well, the morning after pill has a very high dose. Like, it's basically like normal pills that you take for birth control, but a higher hormonal level in it. So
Actually,
with hormones... you know this. So you put yourself at risk of developing breast and uterine cancer.
Put yourself at risk for developing breast.
And uterine cancer.
Breast cancer.
Not developing breast. Me.
The man.
Do you think, right?
I know we all had to
Nah,
do
she
that.
said, right? And as we think about it, but I got time to really like absorb it. And I said no. And I got
Apparently. Oh, why would the woman be growing breasts at that age? Like, I remember I was dealing with the girl and like when she started, I thought she started taking birth control. She told me she got the pills, so I obviously do my thing inside the stream. And then she was like, "Why would you do that? I ain't started taking pills yet." And then she told me it's okay though, cause her pills after she just takes a higher dosage. Like we Googled everything, and it was cool.
You
Like she just started at 4.
3. Oh, already
Well,
at
it was she was at 4.
I got a friend that tell me he know a girl that's 10 more and after it's like please those. And I laugh about that every.
So why she just don't go on
She
the
laugh
pill?
about that for the
Yeah,
last
why she
4
just don't go on the
years.
pill?
I don't know, but it's
Birth control cheapest for I
said
don't know how
that-
many more people are not on it.
He said she bought them in. She bought them in bulk and she's got them on. She.
Why did she buy them on bulk?
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
you just
know.
buy
I'm
one
just simply
box
saying.
every month of the pill.
Saying, out the morning after she just got
She
them there.
bought bulk morning after pills.
I don't know how. But I actually know a fella that's selling them on though. But
Listen, I know
if men should start selling that. I'm sorry. I feel that's good for business.
I know I was just gonna say, ain't for me to lick, right? But I don't let anything.
Babylon medication?
Explain.
Like the whole birth control pill, the
Like
patch,
fake
the
yeah.
what's the other one
IUD.
that is actually lasts for 10 years?
IUD.
IUD, yeah.
IUD. Why you surprised?
You got me good with 10 years, well.
Oh.
That, yeah?
10 years?
That is
7.
Oh, okay. So the 10 years inaccurate.
Well, 10 years is the real old time one.
Oh.
But why
But
don't?
stop using it.
Like grannies and
I don't know, I
things
feel
that
like
then.
you
'Cause it's
should
just
be
got
doing your own
new,
natural
more
taste,
modern
buddy.
one.
Yeah, man.
Cross-talking.
He's talking about things that he's put in the uterus.
Right. But why you got to issue all these things?
I feel like you shouldn't be doing these unnatural
It is
things to your
unnatural,
body.
yeah. I have that.
But that's so
Well, I'm a
weird,
doctor,
'cause we
so-
do a lot of other unnatural things to our bodies.
Yes.
Like every medication ever be. Every vaccination we ever took is
And
unnatural.
alcohol.
Thank you.
Use tits and put it in your uterus. Well, you don't have
If
uterus.
I could
but-
put something in my penis to stop
You
giving
would do
birth, call
Give
blend.
me.
Nah,
I
no
feel
more.
as though like
Give me two.
by
I
now
want
we
two
should
of
have
them.
something like that.
Yes, like men need birth control more than women.
Yeah.
I honestly believe so.
I feel like it should have just target y'all and leave us
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
gimme.
For real, I would take it. I would take the acne. I would take the wig in. I would take it. I will
That's
be
cool.
welding. Be.
I'm
The
good.
mood swing.
But that's me.
I,
Y'all weren't even have mood swings.
yeah,
so
just we
y'all-
got testosterone.
Exactly, y'all just get real
I would just be
angry.
welding. Yeah. Sorry, I had a real bad mental image just now.
But Rome, you don't think that the consequences of that are more than just you just saying you might as well just bite the bullet and accepting things?
I mean, I ain't got much of a choice, but I just don't.
Remember, we had hurricane we used to do. You don't take Panadols?
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
But we talking about surgically. Well, is it surgically?
You know, it's not surgery. It's a procedure, but it's not
But
surgery.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put it in.
But it's-
So you don't have no problem with birth control, but you think you got a problem with
You got a problem at all.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not like-
I'm trying to understand the root of the problem because you do take drugs when you have ailments. So an ailment in this case is a child.
You know that you put ink under your skin, right?
Yeah, you have tattoos though.
I don't
understand, like,
what your
what-
line is.
right.
Like, is you uncomfortable with it?
I think so. Like
You're
my
pro-life
ex-
or something?
Huh?
You're pro-life? Do you
I don't understand what you mean, but just trying thing.
So
you don't like abortion.
You don't like abortions, but you feel more on the side. But you rather if you have to do anything to get an abortion, what you saying?
Huh?
You're saying
No. I'm saying no. But I'm also saying like them unnatural things. I feel like is a burden to your body, be.
A burden to your body?
I don't know.
A child Walmart is a burden to your body.
Yes, but that's just me though, fellas.
But I just try to understand. Like, the other thing is a human, you know. Like, you have
an entire
like
human.
you have to now spend your life on this life.
Literally more than 18 years.
Don't walk up.
Do a walk up.
Don't walk up.
But alright, cool. But there are measurements you can take. Like you want to walk up, right? So there are measurements that we are put in place. No, okay, cool. Walk up. We'll just do this and walk up.
I don't know.
Alright, you would deal with a girl that got an IUD though, or no? Like that would freak you out in some way.
This
It
is
will-
an
it will
interesting
piss me
question.
off.
It will piss you off, but you will still deal with it.
Like, if you had a girlfriend, you would request politely that she takes it out.
Not politely.
So you would not deal with a girl that got an IUD.
He said he would.
No, I mean actually girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't deal with a girl. Okay, safe. You okay?
But Romar, you
Cameron
say
said
you ready
no.
for a
He said
child?
no, by the way.
You ready for a child?
Because that's the next question.
But alright, is alright. I can't say that I'm ready for a child, but if a child come, I would be ready. If it makes sense, if that makes sense.
But when you put measures in place to prevent a child, if you can, any possible?
I don't think it's fair.
And we're back. Okay. Okay, you want to deal with a girl with an IUD?
But alright, right. I ain't comfortable with alright. Plainly, my ex. Cha. No, it just made any sense that she was on the podcast.
Yeah.
But,
You ex, right?
Right, she wanted to go for him.
Yeah.
And it was a big issue for me. I be like fall on, I be crawl and thing.
Just want to break up me.
Nah.
Oh.
Right?
What are you doing?
I just feel like that measure, I mean, alright, if you can do the pill or if you can do the patch or whatever, cool.
Oh, so you prefer
cool
that?
in the sense if I got swallow my pride or I got swallow my testosterone.
Or she got swallow you come?
If I got
I
swallow
knew the
whatever,
joke was doing. I cannot find it. I'm so grateful, Marcus. I cannot find the joke.
if it is I got swallow whatever that got me doing like these things.
Right.
Swallow your own cum?
If it's I got swallow whatever that got me not liking these things, right?
Right.
Let be them things. But the measure the whole 10-year, 5-year thing, that is foolishness. Well, Shannon's saying that the 10 years is a stretch. But the whole
But you don't
5 years-
just get
Not with
checked
the new
out when you
ones.
want
You
children.
can get the old ones can still do 10 years.
When you and she want children, you know she could just take it out whenever.
I just feel like
Yeah.
I don't know.
that further like. I ain't
You feel when you
I just
inside,
ain't like
you
it.
can be hitting
No,
the thing?
not necessarily me, but I just mean I don't like the idea of the whole
I just find it so weird.
procedure.
I don't really
I
know
kind
Romar
of understand. I
I'm
kind
trying to
of understand.
understand.
I kind of understand though. I think some people just like when things are natural, and I think that like alters your body. Whether it be like
No,
birth
but that's,
control.
but
There's
I
no
thought that
alternate
was
body.
it. I thought that was his point just now. But then he said he's okay with like the pill and the patch.
Right.
Romar says things. Yeah.
I said that. Oh, you must say Romar says things. I didn't say okay with him. I'm just saying that if it comes to me and you argue long about it,
Right.
you as a woman decide to do what you gotta do.
with her own body.
Right.
Right, with her own body,
Right.
right? Let it be that, and I would humble up and
So you
hold him
prefer
right
it to be
till-
that.
Right, versus you going and do that whole procedure.
I can ask a quick question. How does the patch work?
It just your skin just absorbs the hormones. So
So-
just like how you take a pill and it dissolves in the stomach and you absorb it
You
from
just
the
put it
gut.
in your skin?
Yeah, it
How
just
much for
absorbs
that?
for the skin.
It's
That's
got
expensive.
We don't
available.
even really have it here, really.
Oh,
There used to be a gynecologist that used to have it, but I don't think she even has it anymore.
It's really like effective. Like is better. You would say that it's better than the other things.
It's bad in the sense that you don't have to remember to take it.
Yeah,
So you just
yeah,
slap it on and it's there for an entire month and it's
You
good.
can bathe me?
Yeah, you go to the sea and you bathe and wash
Who's the
your
man that
hair.
used to
and-
take the patches and then he get like real strong?
Yeah,
That was
Spinach
that
or
was
patches?
Nah, that is Popeye, but there are other guys that take things. That was on Batman of the Future. Anyway,
For what?
but wait, why wouldn't they bring in the patch if the patch seems to be more of a
My question.
That is.
My question as well.
You should bring it in though.
I know I've thought about this.
Bring it in.
I will.
So many people can run their shot at clear. They catch me or not.
Okay, so
Because it's simple.
I wanted to ask, something that we never spoke about on here, it was abortion. And I wanted to ask you about, like, I wanted to ask just generally, what would I feel about abortion? Because I had a conversation 2 weeks ago.
We don't know what Roma gonna say, but
yeah. So I asked you about it. And I thought it was very interesting. And there were parts of there was a perspective that I don't think many people know about. So I just want to know what you thought about it.
there's a perspective.
No, but I was
You mean
asking
beforehand?
Yeah.
I pro-choice, but I feel like there should be. I don't want to say a limit, but I don't want people to be like real wild or whatever. Like you just
Agreed.
Like
allow
sex
yourself to
abortions,
repeatedly.
whatever.
Yeah, like sex
Yeah.
abortions in the year. You kind of need to stop.
So what's wrong with the wildness then? What's the actual issue?
I think that I could be wrong, but aren't there like side effects? Like, can it go wrong?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know, abortion?
If you got enough,
yeah.
if you get like 6 abortions, in
Definitely.
Right. So like,
Especially if you get abortions where your pregnancy was pretty far. We're talking
So
about
far as far.
past first trimester. You could
You
damage
could
your cervix.
do
You could
that?
get, yeah.
I thought like after 2 months you gotta give birth.
You saw it before? Like you saw what happened?
Yeah.
What, like?
Yeah, well, they got 2 different ways you could do it. You could either take a pill
Or drink the
And-
hot Guinness.
No, not that one.
No! And actually birth the fetus.
Right.
That must be true.
No, that one. I want to know about that one. How? What
Just
was
take
like?
you just take a pill.
What's the other one like?
Or put a pill
No,
in the
but I want
vagina.
to know what you thought about that one when you actually saw them birth it and then.
The
Yeah,
fetus.
because I had to, you have to make sure the fetus sadly dies.
Right.
And it's rough. It's because it's a fully formed baby. It's nothing that looks like, like how the aliens, how the very, very like 6-week babies would look, like
Yeah.
aliens. It's actually a baby just without hair.
So you would say that it's like a life, because people say that it's not really a life until like say like.
Some born alive. Then you actually deliver.
But that sound like 5 months. That sound like late though.
Yeah, it's late.
Oh no, but I talking about like 3 months.
The early, the
Yeah,
3-month
it's all about,
ones.
Yeah.
I think
The majority of the time, they don't be moving or anything. They just come out, and you can still see the baby because the baby can still fit in your hand, the palm of your hand.
This
So it's
freaks me
still
out, right?
a fully formed baby, but it's smaller.
So
Marcus-
you hold it.
You feel like they're only alive after they're born?
That's okay. So that's the argument that I was having with
A lot
somebody.
of people have that.
yeah, that's the one you read all the time.
Because okay, so here's my thing. I am pro-choice, right? But I
Are
don't.
you Shannon?
Pro-choice as well.
Okay.
But I don't like when people don't necessarily sympathize with like the pro-life side of it.
Right, yeah.
Like people are like being pro-life is absolutely ridiculous, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, let me put it this way. So usually the argument is this, right? The argument is a woman should have control over what is in her body or not, and if it's something that she has to be responsible for, well then she should be able to choose, right? Understandable, and I am on that side.
Right, yeah.
But let me flip that on top of its head and be like, if all human life is seen as equal, then murder, you shouldn't be able to choose who lives and who dies.
But is a baby, alright, is a fetus a human?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an underdeveloped human.
Then is it a human?
Yeah,
It's
this underdeveloped.
So how is it a human?
Is an underdeveloped human like how a baby
That's
still
like saying,
develops?
that's like
How
saying
do you do-
gorillas are.
So you think so?
Pre-evolved
So
humans.
no, we are humans because of our chromosomes. So because if from your definition, then we would only be human once we start looking like a human.
But
The
it's
genetic makeup is always there from
Right.
literally from conception.
so you believe life starts at conception?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a human because it turns into a human.
I don't know,
like-
man. I just it's when it come out. In my opinion, be like I don't know why. That's
wait,
how I feel.
okay, so then if a woman has an abortion at 7 months, you
That I didn't know that was a thing till just now.
yeah, I think you,
And
some places.
I just
in the
personally
States.
feel
in
like
some places you can do it.
I
Yeah.
personally feel after a while like that's your child, like raise it. Every child, but
There's a
it can
cutoff.
be you can't. I don't think it's fair to. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So I didn't know this 7 months was a thing. I need time to process this. But I feel like 7 months, the baby kicking inside you.
I feel like though if at 7 months and you pass it on, you live in and they go to NICU and it live, just do adoption.
Right. Exactly. That I can live with. I always saw it as like at 3 months you could prevent a child that could be going through hardships or whatever.
Agreed.
The child didn't really form. It just, as you said, when it comes out, it's going to be dead or what's not. So I never saw it as like a issue. But at 7 months, that child is kicking and probably dreaming. Like that child is
right. So
experiencing things.
that's why the question was like. So I asked the person if they have an issue with abortion at 7 months as opposed to 3 months, and they said yeah, and I said, look, what's the difference? And this is basically because his child is fully functioning.
And
more
a
fully
child can
functioning.
be prematurely birthed at 7 months. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So that does not sound fair.
But that doesn't mean its life. That doesn't make its life less than the one that's at 7 months if it's at 3 months.
I just personally feel different.
Why though?
I don't know, because right now I have time to process this, but I just feel like at 3 months, it ain't really a thing.
It's at 3 months. It's just be a smaller version of what it is at 7 months. You know,
Right.
I'd probably say 4 weeks, 6 weeks is not a. It's probably a thing. Like I can get your viewpoint for a younger gestation, but at 3 months it's a fully formed baby. It just is a smaller version of what you get at 7 months.
Right, 'cause I don't know anything about pregnancies for several reasons, but I just always, always assume that
it's a
like,
baby.
until it kicking, it's not really a baby. Like that's when a baby start becoming a baby. Like
Oh, okay.
I guess it's
guess
how you
I-
define baby.
I think I'm also thinking of emotional bond with each
I
other.
think you think.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no real emotional bond at 6 weeks. Like my period stop.
Trust me,
That's
that's-
pretty much
Right.
right. I don't want
Most
to.
women
I
would
know
say differently.
nothing about
Yeah,
pregnancy.
exactly. Most women would say
I know
differently.
nothing about pregnancy.
But the thing is,
So much people come with you, babe.
I don't
Women.
know anything about pregnancy. I have no idea what it is to go through that. I never was in a position I had to think about it. I have a little sister. That boy.
right.
I just don't know. Like I remember when my mom was pregnant, and like I guess I personally didn't feel anything until my sister started kicking. I was like, oh cool, that's a baby in there, that's lit. So I'm just thinking, at 6 weeks your period stopped. I don't know what else could happen in that period of time. Your period stopped, you feel sick a little bit.
But
What else happened?
That's the thing.
And
From
he has
the
been conceived.
the thing is, from the pro-life side is like no matter what the emotional bond the mother has with the baby is they just or the underdeveloped human, it is still a life regardless.
Yeah.
And if all lives are seen as equal, the government should do what it can to protect all human
All
life.
lives equal, baby.
And label that as murder.
And that's what to them
It would be.
label it as murder.
Are all lives equal?
Yeah. This is coming from a dog animal lover though, so.
Oh. This is one
But all
of the people
human
that tell me
lives
to stop shouting at my dog.
That what?
You're one of the people that would tell me to stop shouting at my dog.
Well, not stop shouting, no. If they're doing something bad.
I remember someone delivering something to my house, and I told my dog to stop barking, and they were like,
no,
they have a voice too. They not getting my package. You might shout at me for shouting at my dog.
If he was a stranger, you know, and didn't see him, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, guarding.
Yes, but my dog stopped barking when they tell him to stop barking. I want him to stop barking.
Okay.
Sorry.
They were keeping unnecessary noise. Stop barking.
Nah,
Not like they don't feed my dogs or something.
nah, bro.
Yeah, that's a different story altogether.
That's a good thing that will keep me thinking though, Marcus.
I didn't give you something else to keep you thinking, and I can only say what was told to me, right?
You want this cryptic puppy?
No,
Like, full story in there?
okay. And I want you to follow me, right?
Mhm.
They say that the pro-choice argument is the same thing as the pro-slavery argument, because when the government was talking to the slave owners, they were saying that all lives should be seen as equal, and the slave owners were like, "How dare you tell me what I should do on my land with my things that I bought, that I feed,
All right, wait.
that was mine?"
I could already say why that's kind of not the same.
How?
A slave could think to the same capacity as a slave owner,
They don't think so though.
whereas a fetus can't even function like a regular human.
But the validity of your life is not dependent on how good you could think, because retards could think, but just not
Say
like
that.
us. or people that are mentally challenged, their life is still as important as
Sounds
ours.
better.
What was that? You did not say that.
Mentally challenged people can think, but it's not as good as us. That doesn't mean their life is less than ours.
Yeah, but do I not value babies or something? Like I just feel,
That's it, you know.
I just feel like
I think that's it.
I try to get my words wrapped
Maybe that's
around
it.
it, B,
Maybe
but
that's
like
it. You just don't value.
it's not I can feel when I say baby I just feel like yeah I'm supposed to nurture this, but I'm not thinking that
It's probably
like,
because the baby doesn't give you anything in return.
Yeah.
So where does the value come from?
That sounds me feel like a real dark person. I feel real villainy, no be.
No, I just think that it's
I get what you
easier
mean,
for a
though.
woman to have a different point of view because you have
Yeah.
a connection with the baby. But for a man, I could understand.
Not just a
where you're
man,
coming
me
from.
that ain't had a I have a nephew, but me and him never got really close until he was like 5. Me and my sister godson, he's like 1. I haven't had like a young child in my life for a
Yeah,
minute.
I think for you it's like it's serving no purpose really and truly.
That sounds so bad because it's like I'm aware that
Yeah,
them
but
they
it
the
would.
cutest that care of them.
Yeah, exactly. You take
But-
care of them. Hey, they're a source of happiness for some people.
Yeah, I can understand that, but
Yeah.
if you were a rape victim
Right.
and you missed your period, you did a test, you found out you're pregnant. I feel like you should, if you want to, for whatever reason, you should 100% abort that child. Fetus.
Yeah, I agree, Joe.
So like, is
It's a lot to ask.
that suddenly not murder?
No, they know it's murder.
Why is it murder? Like,
Because it's a life that
is it a life?
Okay.
has formed.
When is it alive? It's not breathing.
It's a life from conception. Yeah.
It's
So
not
that is
breathing,
when you
but
define
it's still
what
alive,
But when
though.
you're
real
dead,
life
you
is.
aren't breathing. So how is it alive?
You got a good point.
No, but it's still.
But the heart still beats.
If you look at what life is, life is something that grows, something that I can't remember.
like plants and stuff like different biology.
Yeah, anything that has life, it grows and it does certain things. It moves, that kind of thing. Just because it's not necessarily breathing on its own, doesn't mean that it's not alive.
I don't know, man. It could just even be. It just seems like a liability.
Let me put it this way. Okay.
It could be a liability. Sorry.
Let me put it this way.
I agree with
Somebody
that.
said so the person said that it's only when there's the synapses in their brain can function or whatever that they fire that it's life. But then I said, well, if somebody is brain dead in the hospital and I shoot him, is that murder? Yes or no? And the answer would be I will get locked up, regardless.
Is it like then? I'm alright.
Brain dead.
If you
If somebody's brain
like,
dead on
Right.
life support,
Right.
are they still alive
So
or
it's,
are they dead?
then the question is pulling the plug murder? Cause that's the same thing. It's just I have permission though.
Yes, I
murder.
think that some people, it is murder.
No.
Plainly,
Some people do not agree with that.
You can't.
Some people don't
How are
agree
you
with that.
alive if you are brain dead? Yes, people come
You
back
are
for
alive.
brain dead. Let's say I cannot afford the hospital bills. It's been months. Like I can't do nothing else. I'm getting no help.
Right.
That's what happened with Houston daughter.
Really?
Pulled the plug, didn't they?
I thought she.
I really don't
I have
remember
no
this.
idea.
I think
Right,
so.
so I can't support this what am I trying to say? Family member of mine, this loved one.
Love member.
Love member. But right, why is that murder all of a sudden that I've gone to my extent? You can't come back.
All right, let me ask you a
Every-
question.
all the
On the
experts,
butt says it'd be murder.
all the experts have kind of said this person. If it is a murder, what happens eventually then? Who is paying for this person to stay alive?
But there's murder, but the reason why they're dead is because you can't pay for it.
So if I'm pregnant,
it's an excusable
if I'm
reason.
pregnant now,
Uh-huh.
I am homeless, B.
Right.
I can do nothing for the child, and I
Right.
have an abortion.
Right.
What is the difference there?
No, but it's still murder.
murder.
You can't pay for
On the
it.
butt says murder.
How is that murder? Like, we're gonna go a real hard time in heaven, because call me.
No, well, okay. Well, here's my question. Here's where I'm at. Right. So the pro-life is what I said, and I think that is more logically consistent than the pro-choice. Right. But here's my
life
thing.
is more logical consistent for choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's my thing. Is all murder bad? So here's I can ask you a question.
That's
I can
right.
ask
You can't. All murder can't be bad.
I can ask you a question. If somebody rush at your sister with a cutlass, are you hit the man and he
Stab himself or something.
well no, the cutlass goes over his hand or whatever and he's no longer he's not unarmed. But you decide to kill him just in case he attacks you again. Are you wrong? Yes
I
or
feel
no?
like you wrong. I feel like in that scenario where he's unarmed and like I'm assuming on the floor or whatever, you don't have to kill him. You could chop his arm.
You don't have
You
to,
could-
but
You could chop off his leg. He's not running anywhere if his legs are gone.
but just in case he
I mean, he
does
could bleed
attack
out in a
you.
couple minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
But just in case he does attack you again, though.
I
And
feel
you and your
like that's
sister.
not a good analogy in my opinion because I feel
'Cause
like
it's
just
life
in
and death
case-
at that
yeah.
point.
Like I mean, if life and death is no longer an issue, like if you told me no, there was a school shooter and he is killing people and I kill him, that is a justified murder.
Right,
This
right,
man
right,
is
yeah.
attacking people.
But that's
Whereas this man
particular
can no
attack,
longer attack people. I think if it could like damage him,
They tie him up on the
And
cross or
also, I'm
something.
saying this as someone that hasn't had a tragic scenario in a while. I don't know. And this man will probably think, realistically, I would probably go, this man will swing at my sister, I have a callus in my hand,
Yeah.
he probably dead. But
This is what
thinking,
right.
I feel like I could just damage him.
If the thing is, if I damage him, there is still a chance that the damage ain't
Of
enough.
course. Isn't enough, is what you said?
It's not enough.
Then you
To-
didn't do
to-
enough damage.
Right, but there's a chance that I did not do enough damage, which means there's a chance that he may still be a threat.
All right,
if I
Marcus.
take him out under just to kind of eliminate the whole possibility that he can
someone-
attack me, then is that wrong?
If someone robs you,
Right.
and you pull a gun and shoot them, do you think that's justifiable murder? You don't know this.
On my property?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in town. Outside Scotia Bank, you don't left the ATM.
Painting this picture.
And I shoot him, is that justifiable murder? He runs away, he's running
He's
away.
running away.
Nah.
But he had a gun on him, though. I didn't tell you that part of the story. He had a gun on him. Is it suddenly justifiable? You didn't know that, though. Is that justifiable?
If he in front me and he's
He's
still got
running
the
away.
gun, like if he
He's
protects
running away.
like,
He's not sure about it, and he's running away. You shot him, and he's dead.
I don't think
You found he had a gun on him.
He wouldn't. He's no longer a threat to me, so no.
But he had a gun on him.
But he
Yeah, but he ain't shooting me though.
Right, he ain't using
He ain't using
He
on
didn't
me.
use it.
Right.
So it's that same thing. The man is on the ground. I have a cutlass in my
No,
hand.
but he was going to use the cutlass on me.
He was going to use a cutlass
Right,
on him.
right.
I know have the upper hand.
Right.
He is no longer a threat.
For no, but he could still be a threat, and he
That
was a
person
threat
could have been
before.
a-
Yeah, but he wasn't. The other guy wasn't a threat at all.
I feel like if you rob me, that's a threat. There's no way you can have this sign from me, and that's not a threat. It might not necessarily be a direct threat to my life, but that's a threat.
Nah, but okay. So if a man in your house, he texts saying,
You Shani on this podcast, boy.
"Yo,
That's way
Yo.
above like.
You're not
yo." So
I just listening at this point.
if a man takes something from me and he's running away and he runs down the gap some more, and then when you see him,
No, that's a bit. You,
Right, but
you
I
ran
see
for
the
it.
thing, that's-
You ran for it. I was imagining you left Scotiabank Broad Street, this man getting any block.
right.
Like your immediate thought was replace bang. Like
Man,
you get to that door.
I don't think because the distance is justifiable though. You can tell that the man is
No,
running
but
away. The man
I
is
feel
running away.
distance does play a part. Like if I rob you me and I get down the road and you come driving behind me, you wrong as France me. You gotta be somewhere. You know getting intense man will rob me and kill him.
But
That's
what's
exactly
the
what you
difference
do to me.
between that and if the man is about to like run down the gap, but he know about the corner and he don't run it, and then you go and still.
I just feel like there is a gap where you think, and that thought process is gonna play a big part because
We need a lawyer.
So you mean like a reactionary
yes,
kind
like,
of thing?
like
That's the difference
you
between
rob
murder
me.
and manslaughter.
Right, you
Right.
taking me and my instinct. I got a gun on me. I need this thing. You probably ain't necessarily trying to kill him, but you kill it because you want your thing.
That's what I mean, though. I mean, you think he's a threat. It's not a reactionary thing. It's just you think he's a threat.
But then
he's running away.
the listener is a reactionary thing because I think my instinct would be to kill him naturally. Sorry, to be quite honest, because I see you as a threat. I'm not going to think, yeah, I can kill this nigga. I might just swing. And like, literally, you ain't gonna swing at him for his shoulder, dog.
Okay, well, I think about if somebody had to actually rationalize it then. I say somebody come and they try to swing once, I get the cutlass, I chop them, they're on the ground, and I say, okay, I can't call the police, but while they call the police, he may still get up and still, let me chop him again and kill him so that he don't come
killing
me.
part is where I disagree with you.
But he's a threat, and he's
a man on the ground bleeding is not a threat anymore. You took care of the threat.
There's a lower risk that he's a threat than before, but he can still be a threat. Of course. You're not fighting till you death now, and the man's on the ground. There's a chance that he can still get up and kill you.
This long thought process you're having, time is passing.
Yeah.
Your adrenaline coming down, but you will begin to like realize, all right, this man on the ground.
Right.
You don't have
Right.
too many sense, which I might agree. I might want to kill the man because he's a threat, and as you said, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But it's not necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
I
I
don't
think
think
you could wound him. I think it is a better choice, a smarter choice to wound
Wound
him.
him and leave him
Yeah,
there. So
but
the
I would
police
say
come.
as a
And
safety
then call
precaution,
511
eliminate the
211.
threat.
As a safety precaution, you could just injure him enough
Yeah, that's
to.
what I'm saying. Be
That
like,
is, that is a safety precaution, but there's still a window of him still.
I feel
coming
like
to
I think
attack me.
Yeah, but
got colours and
there's
I'm
other
chopping-
options. You could get away from him.
If I'm chopping at your hand, if I'm chopping at your hand, and like your hand is no like a nub, I don't think your mindset is let me get and chop this man. You like,
Yeah.
oh crap, I ain't have no hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just looking at you, then you freaking out, be like, you're not a threat.
Bleeding out.
Bleeding out. You probably dead, but
Like a whole hand
Man,
off, yeah.
I still think that although there's a chance that he may not be a threat, there is still a chance that he is a threat because he's still alive
Yeah, but
and he
how?
still tried to attack me
But
before.
every-
every
and my, and my
Yeah.
sister is there and I gotta protect her too.
Marcus,
It went from
every-
like 100% to like a 0.9.
Yes, B.
I
Like
don't know
because
if
he's
it's a-
alive. You're saying this, right? Because he's alive, he's a threat. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
from you.
basically.
Because he attacked me before, he's still a threat and he's alive. So yeah.
So, Marcus, he's alive, but he's
Yes.
mangled. B. He's like no longer a whole person. The man has 3 limbs.
Yeah.
What is he going to do?
At what speed too? You and the
You-
like, there's
you-
other options.
okay,
at this
okay.
You
point.
don't
There are
have a
other
mangled.
options.
You don't have a mangled arm, and your mindset is cob leg and kill him. You know he's managed. No, you
Okay.
freaking on. You have no. This is
If
a
he-
long topic.
Yeah. if he has all his limbs, right, but he got a very deep wound though, and he's on the ground.
I feel like you were
and he's on
injured
the
enough.
ground in
Like
pain.
I would injure him to the point that I scared I do barefoot.
Oh, so you make sure that you take off a
I think I would. I could see.
Relax.
I could see myself being scared enough to do that though. Like I
So
frightened
what
he could get
become
back
a
up.
scared enough from running? You can run
You ever
faster
go
than a
fight
man
Alex?
with a chop.
You ever break your legs?
No.
You ever get jumped and swing your hands? Like I do that. If I get jumped from
People do,
something,
yeah.
I just, like if somebody jump me, I just.
I know
I
people
just
like that.
attack.
I don't do it.
Man, it
What is the man doing? A flash. The flashes look at me, you know, Marcus.
Take about that, man. But back to what you were saying though, is all murder bad? Okay, so another. Right,
I reel it back in.
my last thing. So say we at war or something. A man on the ground, he legs blown off, and he's saying, "Kill me, because I bleeding out, and I can't get the hospital in time," and I kill him. That's still
I
murder.
believe in euthanasia.
But it's
so
not bad. Exactly.
I believe.
Exactly.
I believe in euthanasia. B.
So when
Yeah.
it comes to abortion, then, and I know that the mothers may not want to be responsible for this thing and feeding this thing, blah blah
It's
blah.
not even about want to. You might not be capable, and you just know you cannot do it, and it's
Yeah,
unfair
I-
to the child. B.
Honestly,
I think I come from that point of view.
Yeah.
Yes, I consider the mothers as well too, but it's more unfair because even if people say, you know, you can't take care of the child, so put the child in adoption. What kind of life? Like, no one here wants to.
You don't
Be an adopted
I didn't-
child.
That's
Yeah.
our mindset. My mother didn't want me.
Yeah.
either way the
For
and
your
not to
entire
mention-
life, you have to do so much therapy
Yeah.
to get over stuff like that.
And the burden of pregnancy is so much that if somebody says they don't want to go through it just based on that, I think that's totally fine. 9 months of that. Anyway,
I didn't. 9 months to me is a little bit. Imagine 18 years after.
Yeah, you don't
Plus.
must be.
Good
18
grief.
plus.
Like your life is completely different.
Your
like
life is
my
no
friends
longer
with
your
children, like
It's no longer your life.
it isn't. It is. I know. I have a friend of mine be with a child, and like the girls be humming the things that the child is watching on TV. Like you're not.
Sight.
You Marcus. No, it's not going to be Marcus and Marcus gets a child. You know.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
be
that's
Marcus featuring a baby
Yeah.
all the time.
yeah, it's
You
true.
have to be ready for something like that.
Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about, right? You had a comment on your page. I don't know if you remember this thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
circumcision, right? You saw
Oh,
it? You saw
comment or comment?
it? Comment.
I want a whole flame war.
I'm
baby.
not-
Alright, so I can try to
I-
read
I
this
read
as
that
good as
the
I
other
can, right?
That was
That
lit.
is so funny.
That was lit.
Okay.
I was just genuinely confused at
Okay.
how it became that. But yes, go ahead.
There is a moral argument about that too, but anyway, but we can get to
I'm
that.
glad we touched on this. Continue. There's gonna be one just comments that can come.
Where to get?
Circumcision refers to the surgical. This is what Shannon said, by the way, on her page, Black Rock Medical Clinic. Follow it.
Left the
So-
daily dose.
Yeah. For circumcision refers to the surgical removal of the foreskin that surrounds the head of the penis. Although not commonly discussed in our culture, there are some benefits of having boys circumcised at a young age. It decreases the rate of infections. However, one very important point to consider is that it reduces HIV risk in comparison to men who didn't have the procedure done. What are your thoughts? Would you consider it for yourself or your son? This person says,
Dun, 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 dun.
why is this even up for debate? People like you don't even understand basic consent. There are no benefits to circumcision, yet we force it on non-consenting babies and then normalize all of the complications it causes. So, yes, medical professionals do, blah, blah, blah. I want to hear my girl say again. It was even a girl, I don't
It
even
was
know.
two people.
It was two people. Yeah,
It was two, yeah. Oh, so you want to talk about the other one too? Okay.
The other one said something that had me so beat.
Right.
I said things that had me.
Right, it's
Not
even
even
a
my-
debate. Right. Oh yeah, I was like non-consenting babies. Forgive me, but what the heck is a non-consenting baby? What the heck is a consenting baby? Right. So they said consent obviously can't be given. So there's a matter that. So this is a matter that is not urgent. It is the baby's decision to make when they are able to. Just because they are unable to consent doesn't mean you're welcome to do whatever you want to them. Just like a woman who is blackout drunk isn't automatically consenting to sex. Discuss.
Dog.
I don't even know how him or her
How do you
got
equate
to that
a baby
point. Exactly.
to a woman being blackout drunk not consenting to sex?
Exactly.
That is so stupid.
You see, the
Crazy.
person,
Thing is,
I think
right?
that person just does not understand.
Y'all went on their
Basically.
profiles.
Nah,
You didn't.
they
You all
don't.
should. You all should,
They
especially
don't
second person. Go on second person's profile. No.
That-
That
Marcus,
first
do it.
person, though, they
No.
don't understand the difference between benefits and not benefits. So a blacked
I
out
feel
woman
like
that is raped, there's no benefit
We
to
seem to
that.
think. I coming down on the way down here today. I think we need to define. I told Marcus this. I think we need to define certain words differently. And consent is one of them. It is a baby does not consent to go to church, get christened. There are so many things a baby does not consent to.
A baby
because
never
it's
consents.
a baby.
Exactly.
A baby does not go, I do not want this breast milk. I do not want the right tit.
Yeah.
The baby makes no decisions for it. It is a baby. It is you as a responsible adult
Yeah.
to make safe decisions for a child.
And that was my response to the person.
So you cannot compare a baby to a black toe drunk girl. Like, what? You look like my profile, yeah.
Nah.
Marcus, you are
Meaning
wasting time.
religion equals something. I saw something. Something
Marcus, the man that has a story up about how he was a non-consenting baby and he was trying to regrow his foreskin. Go on this man's page.
Oh, I don't want to see that bitch. All right, okay, but here's okay.
It's personal to him.
Craziest thing I've ever read in my life. Trying to regrow his
So when
foreskin.
he wants a foreskin, like I'm
He said it's pleasure, not something. He had a hashtag pleasure.
oh,
not
it has
something.
decreased sensitivity.
He had a catchy phrase with it, man. It was wild, B.
I thought circumcision was like the better way for a long time, but coming up in the last like few weeks, I kind of understand what the person was trying to say, which was circumcision is something that isn't needed, and if it's something that's gonna last forever, they should wait until they are old enough to decide whether they want it for themselves or not. That the parents should
Right.
decide. So when it comes to to circumcising babies, I think I can see people seeing it as doing it without the person's consent. The right. So I don't know how I feel about it, because I then also heard that there's conflicting statistics and thing about the benefits of circumcision or whatever.
Yeah, recently.
I don't know. Yeah.
Recently being in like the last 10, 15 years, yeah.
But then I also heard that it's reduced the chances of you getting HIV by like 75%.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but you know what also does not wearing a condom.
True.
Yeah, but B.
You were just on here while dogging it.
No, I'm just
Well,
saying.
that's like so. You got 3/4 chance of ain't gonna get hanged.
I did feel a bit protected though. So
No, but I mean, yes, it is the person's choice, but you have to weigh the risk and the benefits. I think that was the point of my post, by the way. It wasn't to say, I think that person thought that I was saying, yes, circumcise all boy children, it was not the point of the post. The point.
Whenever you read what you said was very clear. It's like, it's up to you.
Would you
but
do
this
it?
is me.
Exactly. You give people, like, there's this
The
saying,
option is there.
you carry a horse to a pond, but you can't make it drink. So you tell the people what the good things are and the bad things are, and you make a decision for your child, the best interest of your child. But your point is, you should wait until the child gets
Well, I see
consented.
that. I see that, but I always thought I was gonna circumcise my child.
It's
But
just-
now people saying that it's mutilation, that it is.
You read, I think in that same post, they had somebody talking about how they were circumcised
At
as a
18?
young boy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How it hurt real bad or something. So
Right, so they prefer to do it when you're very, very young, because obviously when you can fathom what is going on, like imagine you had to get it done
yeah,
now.
I know.
Every single time you eat, until it heals, every single time you go to the bathroom, you're going to feel something. When you're small, yes, you still feel, but you don't remember.
Right.
So you don't remember something when you were 5 months old or
But
6 months old.
I have to say that I remember.
When you were 5 months old?
No, I wasn't 5 months old though. I was like
2. Maybe
I have no
1 and a
idea.
half.
I actually go ask my mother, but.
I think you told me this. Or never mind. Is it our wedding?
But not so young. Not
No, I
like
mean the
5,
story,
6
listen to
months.
the
But before I tell you my story, it was he said I was not circumcised at birth. I had mine done at 18 years old, and it was by my choice. And speaking from a man that has lived and experienced both, I certainly prefer it circumcised. I don't think the article is dealing with your argument. I think it's just to let people be aware. Oh, that's what they were saying in response to what that person said.
Yeah.
I remember this pain that I've never felt again. Like, I've never felt anything close to it. I remember this thing that felt like a burning around my shaft, and I used to hate going to the bathroom. And the crazy thing about it, right, is I had to be like 3, 4. I got asked my mother though how old I was when I got
Typical
circumcised.
age.
Why
That
were
was
you
very
typical
short.
age? I thought age was like months old.
Big
Not in our
man.
culture.
What?
They wait until an issue like a type 4 skin then to get it.
Oh, so there are like reasons like you have to be circumcised.
Yeah, legit reason. The biggest reason for boys is because it causes recurrent urinary tract infections.
Mm.
So obviously if you can't pull back or retract the foreskin, you can't get it clean. So then a lot of bacteria and
You know?
infection.
You?
No, like, people talk about these things that voice circumcision do suffer, right?
What's doing it?
That's all he said.
I was trying to like whisper to the man on both mics. But I just hear about these drawbacks that having the foreskin, but I never really hear anybody that had them. Like, you ever had like caught cheese?
Oh, I had
Yeah.
a patient with that.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So
God.
people.
Wait. All right, I have a friend that told me a story about a friend of hers.
Nothing pretty.
That reason he doesn't clean his. Is that he don't clean his penis with soap or he don't pull it back?
It gotta be he don't clean it with soap.
But I think it's that he don't pull it back.
No.
I think it's that he don't pull it back.
What? Why? What's
And
the
he's
reason?
grown. There's a grown man, babe. This
What's
man
his
is
reason?
older.
No,
I mean,
no.
my age,
I
babe.
can understand with his soap, you don't want to get down his side, you don't want to burn, you don't want to dry out the head. But why is it that he wouldn't pull it back? You don't know why? She don't know why, or him?
She was just telling me she stopped, like, you distance yourself from people that don't clean them up.
You think.
But I have no idea what
It
you're
was
talking
like
about. I'm
that.
just imagining what. I have no idea
To
what.
clean a circumcised penis,
Right.
to uncircumcised penis, is going to pull back the foreskin to clean the head.
To really get, and to get under it too. You know the rim? Under the
Okay,
rim?
oh, that's what you mean. All the time, man, under my penis,
Oh,
I
my
don't
God,
have to.
huh?
You don't got a rim? You don't got a rim?
The rim of the head?
But a circumcised man don't got a rim?
Yeah, you got
Oh, I got that.
Marcus got a rim. Keep it normal.
I see my foreskin got rims though. But honestly, right? I get the argument too that it's not needed. That if you have an uncircumcised penis, just clean it. Just do so, and you good.
I never understood the hype behind getting
circumcision,
circumcised. But tight foreskin sounds painful, and that repeated urinary tract infection thing sounds nasty.
I didn't even know you could get a tight foreskin.
Yeah, I just thought
They
like
got
if
something, it
foreskin
does
is
not
being-
come back. So the head would just be kind of like peeking out, literally just by the hole, the pee hole,
It sounds
and
painful. Is it
don't
painful?
come back. Yes,
That sounds like real.
it's
painful.
like me trying to this skin right here and trying to do that apart. That's what it feels like every time you try to retract it, pull it back. It is rough. It is rough. And
Nah,
painful.
cut
So then
that
you
off.
don't want to do it. So then all kind of thing collect underneath. Because what's your incentive then to pull it back? and
Marcus,
clean
you
it?
know your reason? You know the reason you want to do it? Or you know?
Right, that's what I meant to ask you.
My father, I guess. My father wanted me to do it. Get it done.
You sure you ain't had to tight head me?
Breeze is out.
All right,
Breeze is always happy. Breeze is always happy.
No, but in
Breeze
certain,
would not be.
like in America,
Breeze,
for example, that's why I
breeze.
specifically said in the post in our culture. Because in America, this is so normal for men to be circumcised. As soon as you got a little boy, circumcision.
But I thought that was because there was a lot of Jews.
Right, I was no guess. Say, that like religions and thing was the
Yeah,
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 it's high, but not only just the Jews.
You would get your son.
Muslims too.
You mean if it was a man?
You would
Muslims.
circumcise
You asked me if I got one.
you would circumcise your son?
Yeah, I would.
No, I'm saying if it got
But
tight
then like, you can't like accidentally get
You got an infection.
Breeze is out, dude. That was good.
I think I'm
That
right.
was good.
I did read this about these twins. It was a twin. There was 2 boys, but during the circumcision, that was real young. Was like months old. I would love for you 2 video for one.
The real questionable surgeon here.
It got messed up.
Messed up how?
The penis.
It's such a simple procedure.
Usually doctor. I ain't already. To be honest, it's only like stretch and snip. But like he has done.
Basically.
He has done castrate the little boy.
No.
And then the doctor was like, "Well, raise your girl."
That's John Money. Yeah.
This
You
is
know
true.
about that? Yeah, it's a real thing. And
Raise
then
him
he
as a girl, so do what with the testicles?
them like did the whole thing surgery and like You know, I look for on YouTube. It's a rather interesting video. These twins.
Yeah, and that's a very sick thing though. But
Very.
that's actually where the whole like part of what the transgender theory is founded on, and people don't really know the truth about it. So read about it, because it's interesting.
It really is interesting.
And the man was dead wrong, and they still talk about it all the time about this man John Money. So yeah, actually I think I learned about that.
Never heard of it.
There were two. There was a twin, two boys.
Two boys.
One of them, they said it was a botched circumcision, right?
Yeah.
So what they did was he decided to kind of raise the boy as a girl, and because they said it was like under the assumption that gender is fluid, that you could do whatever.
Where were the parents? Sorry, because you're saying
The parents
The parents said saying that he was like a well-renowned whatever. Then the man, so he was raised as
named Dr. Money there.
So if you're
Yeah,
well
he-
renowned, how he managed to make such a mistake? This sounds like it was
Must
intent.
be-
But anyway, continue.
This is 19 something. So and then they did a case study on him to see how it impacted him and thing. And he was acting strange and things. And he eventually said he wanted to be a boy again, but because they did all those surgeries and whatever, it was hard to like put him back like that. So
He had to be-
anyway,
He
eventually,
didn't even know at first.
eventually he committed suicide though because of that.
Yeah.
Also, the guy John Money would, to make him feel more like a girl, made his twin do like sexual things to him
Whoa, did
and
not.
put them in like sexual
Did not
positions
hear
and
this,
things.
please.
So
This
he would
sound
more
like
he would more
Nazi
assume
kind of.
the feminine role.
Did not hear this.
Yeah, people didn't know about
Did
it.
not hear that part. That's crazy. that part was not.
Research John Money. Research John Money. Anybody?
That part was not.
Yeah.
in that video.
So yeah. Yeah.
So we can end the podcast on that.
Wait.
Let's call you.
Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Gonna last a bit, so you can save that for next podcast.
What is
Nah,
it?
the same thing we was talking.
I mean the consent thing.
Nah, the maturity thing.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Actually, we talk about that most too. That's kind of true.
No problem.
Black Rock Medical Clinic on Instagram. Big up Rubadan Productions. My man make music for Chian. My man make music for enough people. Be.
He's doing voiceovers, all sorts of things. And you started a recording project you could do right here, Rubadan Productions.
We should-
Tremalam Studios? Still name so?
Gee, we should do a little thing like where we show like the thing be a studio cool be.
Yeah, it's
I really glad to be back. This time we talk about off podcast, but it's more a nostalgic kind of thing. Anyway, I want my get tested for you though, for real.
I don't mind like just getting chlamydia medication and taking it just in case.
let me do like a video thing where we go and get you tested and thing though, so more people will get tested though. That should be Shannon.
This is the INO podcast.
Information.
Or like that's all natural getting tested for the STDs.
Yeah, that's a natural to you.
Oh Lord, no.
I want to ask you, what was the things that
Procedure?
they get puffy?
What?
Oh, you mean the IV vitamins?
Oh.
It's just be a boost.
Yeah,
really?
mhm.
Okay, cool.
I heard they're really good for
Is it
hangovers.
for energy? Yeah, and he uses it either for energy or for immune system boost.
I thought it was like IV more and after HIV thing.
No.
That was a
You
terrible-
thought that
that was a terrible joke.
You
I was
don't
trying to
that
just put everything together.
You just sat down in podcast and said puffy out that prep.
But I got the IV
No.
vitamin thing too.
Yeah, that's
no,
kinda lit.
no.
On
That's one how
Shannon's.
much that's costly off here.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
There's different types available.
There's a reason why Puffy takes it, and I am thinking about taking it. And
Yeah,
I think
for
my
real.
mother's gonna take it. I've encouraged her to take it too, and it's better than thing. How much
But
time we got?
just that central, man. I feel like
How much time we got?
Well, another 5.
No, but I just saying for anybody that like want energy, let's say why the IV vitamin therapy is better than taking like tablets.
Kofi was just talking about it. He takes Centrum and no fuel.
Right.
Because when you take something orally, you rely on your gut's ability to absorb it, and that has variable factors. So if you have an overgrowth of bacteria in the gut, it will be decreased. If you have gut diseases like celiac disease or anything like that, your absorption capacity is decreased. Then there are some people that just have decreased absorption capacities and don't know about it, but just have GI symptoms, so like a lot of bloating and a lot of pooping and a lot of vomiting or feeling nauseous, and they don't know that it may be something underlying. So a lot of times when you take something There's a certain percentage that you absorb and a certain percentage that goes out. But if you put something directly into the body or the bloodstream, exactly what you give is exactly what is absorbed by the body because you're putting it directly, bypassing the gut, bypassing the liver and everything. Oops, sorry. Sorry,
Yeah,
people.
we got done. That happened for your thing.
Yeah, so you bypassing that whole mechanism, get a full dose.
Yeah, you use
Basic.
it?
Yeah.
I want to
You
try it.
use it on yourself. Like you just
It's got certain times of the year, so like Christmas time.
maybe like in your skin. Or never mind.
No, in your
Yeah.
babe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, friend for needles though a little bit.
We're losing momentum.
Yeah, for real.
I know podcast. I know podcast. Black Rock Medical Clinic. Rubadan. Green Shanty.
Green Shanty.
We out.
Thanks for watching the INO podcast, information, knowledge, and observation.
Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at INO Podcast. We'll see you soon.